how do you know you're surrounding yourself with the right people? And how do you know you're investing your time, or not know, but like how important is it to invest your time in the right people? Because you only have so much energy every day.
Dude, beautiful question. And, it goes with everything. You're a product of your environment. I have no bad blood to anybody, nor Wisconsin, of course. I love Wisconsin. That's where the warehouse is.
It made you, bro.
It made me, baby. So
Yeah.
I go to Wisconsin for like the holidays because my family's there and such. And the warehouse is still there in La Crosse. So, yeah, majority of people supported the move. They were like, dude, that's awesome. And I kept it so low key. Like, I didn't really tell anybody except my closest friends, like maybe a couple weeks before. I'm like, hey, this is what I'm doing. And most people were like, dude, yeah, like, we support you 100%. I got to come visit you. Like, dude, you guys are welcome anytime. But I had a couple people that had a problem with it that were close to me, and it really rubbed me the wrong way.
It hurts, man. It's
It
the
hurts,
people closest to you, and it's something you're excited about, and they shoot it down, man.
Because it doesn't serve them. Like, that's why.
Because it's selfish, you know. Because like if you told me, like, obviously, if you told me I'm moving to Texas tomorrow, like, I think this is going to take it to the next brand. Obviously, I think you're far from it, knowing like your journey to Tampa and whatever. But if you told me that would hurt, like, it would hurt me. But I'd be like, dude, if that's the next step, 100%, I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna watch you go there, and I'm gonna come out there and support the brand strength and support you. But that would hurt, bro. It would hurt me. But I want to see you win so much that I'd be like, let's go. Versus like, the selfish person would be like, man, why are you leaving? Like those kind of things. So I think it's just that really deep down wanting the person to do the best, and like having to support them in that venture, knowing like, hey, this is the next step for this person. And so obviously you love Tampa, you're not going to Texas, but
dude,
it's like knowing that. And so I think, and then how to allocate your time. So we've talked about this. A lot of people talk about the work-life balance, and I think it's in some sense kind of made up when you're in these beginning stages. There isn't much, but how can you make sure you're like at peace? I think when you're working on something you care about so deeply, it doesn't really seem like, you're always working. It's like this thing you're passionate about, this thing you care about, you're growing, and it's almost like it's your thing. So it's like you talked a lot about how you had to sacrifice a lot of nights out, a lot of nights, whatever, maybe not out, but a lot of activities maybe you wanted to venture into to grow this brand for 5 to 6 years. So how do you make sure you're allocating your energy most efficiently towards the things that matter in the business, but also taking care of the things that matter in your life, so like relationships, like time, family, other things?
That's great. Okay, so I had this pattern happen a couple weeks ago where I had a couple, like, just girlfriends I was talking to, and they said the same kind of thing. They're like, dude, like, you don't communicate. Like, I don't know what's going on in your head. Even if I'm just at a friend level with them, it's like, what's going on? Like, you seem like you don't care about my life. And that's something that I've done, like, the inner work, because you have to do the inner work and ask yourself, like, okay, am I doing a good enough job, or am I just not prioritizing somebody? I don't know. The biggest thing is the communication's got to be there. And in hindsight, because we talk about hindsight 2020, everything makes sense looking back. I think I'll be able to say, like, when we make it, which I don't know when that's going to be, just when
could be 5 years, could be a year, could be 10, you never know.
Right. I'm going to be able to look back and say, like, dude, I'd make a lot of sacrifices in relationships, and it's going back to their seasons, right? So I moved down here for one sole purpose, to grow the brand. It wasn't to be with somebody. It wasn't to try something different. Well, yes and no.
Those on the back end, but
on the back end,
it's like, I like to talk about it in like the ones and tens. It's like right now strength. So you have different things in your life. So strength, working out, different things, like different activities in your life. So strength's a 10. Working out, maybe that's a part of your brand, so that's up there, but you can only really fully pursue one thing. So it's like if you have to work on the business that day, you're going to sacrifice a gym day to work on the business.
Right.
So it's like knowing that you have a season where it's still strength. Like that is number one.
Yep.
And then number two is the gym. So if I have to miss a day for the gym, I can, 3 months on the line when I got strength where I want it, I have some systems and processes in place where other people are going to take care of these things. Yeah. Then I can really build my physique.
Totally. So you taught me about this book called Here on a Mission.
Yeah.
And to be honest, bro, I already finished it.
Oh,
Yeah, I
let's
finished it
go.
like the first day, bro.
No way.
Yeah, well, I'm a podcaster. I'm an Audible guy.
Okay.
So I'll listen to. I don't have the time sometimes to like fully read, so I'll listen when I'm driving and such. And I already made my year 1, 5, and 10 goals, and so I think I recommend for people that are around our age in their 20s, especially men, don't worry about finding the special person. Right.
Yeah.
away. Like, dude, that's going to come, but we need to be able to provide for them. Like,
100%.
it's going to be so much easier if we just focus on the work now. And the season in our life right now is to just make the foundation, and then, like you said, delegate, get people in leadership positions. So then we have more time to be able to actually go on dates and give somebody the time they need.
And full intentional time.
Right.
Because if you have the systems and processes in place in your business, you can go on that date and fully let go and like enjoy that time with that person. Versus if you're still in the weeds, you're still grinding strength out. It's like you're gonna be on that date, not giving your all to that girl you're on that date with. Whether it's gonna work out to be the one or not, you'll never know because you weren't fully there.
Yeah.
And so I think that's important. By the way, me and Shane just hit a lift. We work out at Gold's in Tampa, so it was a fire lift.